Welcome back, everyone. As Texas works to try to tackle the spread of a parasitic fly, the New World screwworm, one Central Texas animal organization is trying to mitigate the impacts on shelter pets. While the majority of the screwworm cases confirmed so far in Texas are affecting cattle, larger animals, we know dogs are also at risk, and one case has already been confirmed in a dog in West Texas. The threat has led local nonprofit Austin Pets Alive to completely overhaul its intake, medical, and transport systems to try to protect the animal population here, but they tell us they're facing some major challenges, from transport restrictions to the costs of fighting the fly. Today, APA's president and CEO, Dr. Ellen Jefferson, is joining us for more insight on this risk and you all's efforts to mitigate it. Thank you for being here.
Yes, thanks so much for having us.
Okay, we have to address the puppy in the room. You all brought a very special guest. Tell us about Dan here.
Dan is Diving Board Dan, and he is about 9 weeks old. We think he's a pointer, and he is actually the best puppy in the world. He's just sitting here so calmly and sweetly.
Can confirm. I think he's even yawned. He might fall asleep while we talk here. He's just the sweetest. But talk about, as we look at our cute little friend here, talk about the risk to animals like Dan. I think a lot of folks in Austin feel like this screwworm is maybe a far off problem, a rural problem. Talk about the risk to animals right here in Central Texas.
You know, the fly flies, and so there is danger to any animal in Texas. It will lay its eggs in any warm-blooded animal. So dogs and cats are absolutely at risk, and we're not that far away from one of the places where a larvae was found, and so we actually believe it's going to get closer to us before it goes away. But in the meantime, we do help a lot of shelters in Texas, and we try to help them with transport, and we bring in animals that need care, and they might be coming from one of those areas that's closer even. And so we are treating all of our animals, no matter where they came from, including Austin, for screwworm larvae, so that we can make sure that nobody has it and that we're keeping everybody safe.
I want to circle back to transport there. Explain for folks who aren't familiar, it's quite the network that you guys are a part of, trying to save Texas dogs, even shipping them out of state. So talk about how transport has been affected by this.
Well, it's actually a major crisis right now, because animal shelters depend, in Texas, there's not a lot of resources for animal shelters, so many of the rural shelters have maybe $100 per animal, and so they don't even have enough money to buy the medication, let alone take care of adoption. So we help by trying to get them to other states, and many other organizations do too. It's estimated that 20,000 to 40,000 pets are shipped to northern states for adoption from Texas. And what we're seeing is that other states are very scared about screwworm, which I don't blame them. And so we're seeing some states close completely to Texas shelter pets, like a complete ban. And that is just a ripple effect down in Texas, because that means that the pets have nowhere to go. They don't have a live outcome without those outlets. And so we're trying to help Texas shelters cope with that. We're trying to figure out if there's other opportunities for transport. We're trying to help them, they don't even have enough money to get the medicine. So we're trying to help all the Texas shelters be able to treat the pets in their care in and out of the infested zones, and then obviously here in Austin as well.
I know I was reading just about a ban in all of Florida on shelter pets coming to that state. You've talked about the medication. You all have actually switched up all the medication that your animals are on. Talk about the cost of that.
It's so costly. We are very scrappy as an organization, so every penny matters. I know all animal organizations are like that. And so this is about a $14 per dose increase for us, which is a lot when you have 1,400 animals in your care. And so we're looking at least $20,000 a month of increased costs.
Talk to us just a bit, and Dan's expressing some concerns as well. We understand, little guy. Talk about, you all believe this could be a long-term problem. This isn't just over the next few weeks. This could have ripple effects.
Yes, what we understand is that this doesn't go away fast. The screwworm, yes, the state is working on it, and we're really excited to see those efforts hopefully come to fruition and all the flies are eradicated, but that's likely months, if not years, away. And so this is something that just needs to become part of Texas reality, and protecting our pets and making sure that if a fly lands on one of our dogs or cats, that the eggs die and they can't have the larva.
I know you all have told us that you've trained your staff to try to spot those things. What can people at home do to try to help? They may be sitting here listening and feeling just helpless at this problem?
Well, the first thing is to go, if they have a vet relationship, go to their vet and get the medication. It is only a prescription, unfortunately, but the veterinarians all carry it. And the second thing is to just look at your pets and make sure that they don't have any wounds. What we're doing in our care, because so many pets are coming from really bad circumstances, they are covered in wounds, they're covered in actually covered in ticks, and so pulling the ticks off leave little bumps and areas where flies could get in. And so what we're doing is we're looking at the fur, rubbing the fur backwards, and you can find spots on their skin easier if you pull make the hair go in the opposite direction. And yeah, and then looking in their ears, and of course just all over their feet and everything.
Yeah, stopping the spread just with your pet at home and protecting them too.
Yeah,
I could keep you here forever. We would love to stay in touch with you as this problem develops, and thank you for the work you're doing in Austin to try to stop it. If you all are interested in getting to know Diving Board Dan, you all can go online to Austin Pets Alive website. They have more information about him and more great tips. So Dr. Jefferson, thank you so much for being here.
thank you so much for having me.
We appreciate it.